Hi, everyone, and welcome to StudioJake. I, of course, am your host, Jacob Airy. Thank you for joining me today. And before we get started, I want to remind you to like this video, hit that subscribe button from whatever platform you're watching on. Also, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Share this out to all your friends. I might have already said that. Apologies. Before I dive into the topic, I just wanted to remind everyone that I also write novels. I'm not just a handsome vidcast host. I also do novels such as Cacophony, A Tale of Faith and Fear. It's about demons who are invading this town and the angel sent to stop them. I also have these fantasy novels. So this is the Seven Royals series, Seven Royals, All Good Things, and its sequel, Seven Royals, Breaking the Stars, which is about a group of your favorite fairy tale characters who have to come together to stop a Dark Lord from destroying their kingdoms, from ruling it forever. They have to set their people free. They're all available on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com for physical as well as digital. But if you want the digital version of Breaking the Stars, you do have to go to booklocker.com. That's where it is exclusively. So today, I wanted to bring up something because Oscar season is around the corner. We see people submitting potential nominees to the Academy, and we might get some lists soon. And I just wanted to share a story that happened to me a couple of years ago. So during the LA lockdowns, the Oscars were being broadcast live on Twitter. They were also being broadcast, on television, obviously. And I was invited, since I am a pop culture commentator, to join this alternative Oscar show where it was a group of sort of independent commentators and journalists like myself who were going to come together, and we were going to decide the best picture of the year. We had similar categories, so we had like a version of Best Picture, Best Actor and Actress, but instead of doing the more technical stuff, I think we did have Best Special Effects. We had more genre ones. So what was the best horror film of that year? What was the best sci-fi film of that year, and so on. And I was really excited to be a part of it. I have been a part of other podcasts and stuff, but this one was going to be big. A big sort of corporate overlord was going to be promoting it. And normally I don't go for that sort of thing, but since it was kind of a conglomeration of a lot of us, I thought, oh, well, this will be really good. Well, around that time, there was this, the Freedom Convoy was going on in Canada. Now, I am a huge supporter of nonviolent protest, as people know this of me. I condemn all forms of violence when it comes to political protest, no matter what side of the aisle it's on. Most people who know me know I'm more conservative leaning. I'm not more conservative leaning. I am conservative leaning. It's just a fact, and I try not to bring politics onto this channel. Sometimes it just comes up because of who I am. I can't avoid my own bias, unlike what someone in the corporate press will tell you. Well, I took a hard stance that I was supporting the Freedom Convoy. These guys, they were just pulling up into their nation's capital. They were parking. Sometimes they would honk. They were having parties and prayer meetings. There was absolutely zero violence going on. They had some left-wing nuts try to infiltrate them with flags from the bad guys from WW2 and other sort of filth, but they always got chased away. And if you don't believe me, go to Viva La Fry's YouTube channel. He actually did live streams directly from the Freedom Convoy protest, and you can see these were just normal people. They were people of all ethnicities and from all different types of background. So I supported the Freedom Convoy, and I thought the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, implementing emergency powers to get rid of them was an aggressive and draconian and tyrannical event. And I said this loudly everywhere on all my social media platforms. I was very pro the Freedom Convoy. I'm a big supporter of people protesting for their rights, and particularly blue-collar workers. So I got a couple of comments and a couple of private messages. Now, this event had a private Twitter group, And the rules of it was you were only allowed to talk about film because this was going to be an alternative to the Oscars, right? So I followed all those rules. When I was posting in that group, I only posted my thoughts about certain movies, about certain celebrities and their performances. I never once brought up politics at all, and not at all in this. And to be fair to everyone else in that group, neither did they. So I got a couple of DMs, a couple of comments on my Twitter feed, and it was from other people in this group, and they were telling me, how can you support these people? I didn't know that people were saying that they shouldn't be supported. It was just a group of truckers, a large group of truckers, who were trying to protest certain things that the Canadian government was trying to implement against them. And I was really confused. I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, well, did you not see this flag? Or I said, yeah, I saw someone had that flag there, but they were immediately chased away by the protesters and said that they didn't belong there. They were booed. And, well, they're honking. Yeah, they're truck drivers. Of course they're going to honk. And so, and to be fair, none of these conversations really escalated to a level of argument even. It was just some friendly pushback. To be fair to these folks. So, I log on to Twitter a couple of days later. This goes on for about 3 days. Wasn't long, and I didn't get really that many DMs or comments, just a handful. Not in the group anymore. I can still see it because someone had sent me the link to it, but I can't post anymore. I can't reply. I can't make new posts. Nothing. And so I DM'd the guy who originally got me involved, and I said, "Hey, listen, just FYI, I think there's been a mistake. I can't reply to people. I can't like things. I can't comment, and I want to know when the ballots are going to go out because I'm really excited to participate." No response. The next day, I thought, I'll do a follow-up. Maybe just didn't see it. Sometimes you have to up things. I click on his profile, and I've been soft blocked because we were originally connected. We were following each other, as it's called on Twitter, and he had soft blocked me. So what that is, it's where you block a person, but then you immediately unblock them. So all it does is it removes any connection from this person. Now, because we had DM'd each other, I could still see him in DMs. So I DM'd him, and I said, "A soft block, really?" And then I'd said something like, "Good luck." And I got to thinking about that, and what I ended up doing was I just did my own Oscars show. I had some amazing guests on. It was a blast. I had a great time, and of course that was the year with the fake staged slap between Will Smith and Chris Rock, and I had a blast with that. But I was thinking that I was struck by how insular the movie industry has become, where it has sort of become this hive mind. We see celebrities now, ever since Elon Musk has purchased Twitter, they're ditching it for other sources such as Mastodon and Hive, which I find an incredibly ironic name for these folks. And I have heard, I know some celebrities who are more politically aligned with me and who have faced blacklists. They've been chased out of the city completely, and whatnot. Gina Carano is a perfectly good example of this, where she shared a meme reminding everyone, not just me personally, but everyone, about how in Europe things changed, not because of the government doing the things, but the government convincing the people to do things, and that is in fact true. And she was shunned. And now she's trying. She is making a comeback. She's not trying to. She is making a comeback. I'm so excited to see what we're going to see from her. And I'm not sharing this to do a pity party, but just as a cautionary tale. We do need alternatives to sort of the the Hollywood insiders having control of everything. We need other things besides just the Oscars or the Golden Globes or the Tonys or the Emmys or whatever it might be. We need things that are different. We have to say you don't get to centralize, what the best picture of the year is. The Academy hasn't been important for 10 years. I always say 2012 was the last good Oscars. It's been worse for the Golden Globes. Golden Globes doesn't even really matter much anymore. But I just, all that to say that we need to figure out a way to get past our political differences. We need to stop the sort of, I'm not going to be your friend because I have friends who have different opinions of me. My best friend, I actually don't even know what his politics. I know what he believes about some things, but I don't agree with him on everything. Everyone knows that I'm a Christian, and my particular faith adherence is to the Pentecostal movement. I'm a Pentecostal Christian. Everyone knows this about me. One of my best friends, she's a Lutheran, and we have religious debates sometimes, but we never let it get in the way of our conversation, in the way of our friendships. And I just want us to do that going forward more often with one another. I was just thinking about this with Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving is going to be awesome. If you have a family member who you might have a different opinion of, try to find a way to connect with them. And, don't be afraid to have tough conversations, but try not to let it escalate. So that's all I'm trying to say going into Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good holiday. And again, I'm not saying this to throw a pity party about myself. I'm not telling that story to do that. I'm just saying that this sort of cancel culture mentality has got to end, because it's not going to be good for anyone. And by the way, when the Oscars comes around, if I get invited to go on another sort of alternative thing where I can be a part and cast a ballot and vote and maybe even nominate what I think my favorite movie of the year is, I'm totally going to be a part of it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to put what happened to me behind me, just like I did that same year. And like I said, I had a great time with the panel I had on for the Oscars that year. It was great. I had a blast. The entire team did a good job. I just wanted, so like I'm saying, not saying this to a pity party. I found ways around it, and I ended up having a good time with people who have differing opinions of me. I just had my friend C.S. Johnson on, right? She has a different opinion on what high art is. She believes in auteurs. She likes to use the term, she likes those French words sometimes. It's kind of funny. I don't, and she kind of thinks that it's funny that I don't. But we can have good conversations because we're colleagues and because we're friends. And that's okay. We can have those discussions. We can come together, and I hope that we do that, because this Oscar season, it's going to be lit. There was really slim pickings in 2022. I have to go with what I got with my list. So you might go, say these movies aren't Best Pictures material. Sorry, I just had to go with what I had. But anyway, that's all I want to say on the matter. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. If you liked that video, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up. And I would be honored today if you would subscribe. No matter what platform you're watching on, please subscribe. Hit that follow button. Share it out all over the place. And check me out on some of my other socials. I've got links in the description below. Also, check out my website, StudioJakeMedia.com, and consider supporting this channel on StudioJakeMedia.locals.com. It really helps us smaller creators out. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.